to talk about noesis and the Lebenswelt. After having discussed all this, the noesis again is the eye pole or the real content of a intentional act. The noesis is the thing that gives meaning and sense to things that we're seeing. Now, I guess there's so many talks in philosophy about meaning and sense and whether things are real or not even. And I guess my conclusion to all this is that noesis of intentional acts or of, I don't know if I'm using the right terminology there. No, the noesis of intentional acts comes from the Lebenswelt, which means a lot of things for other philosophy. Now, I guess because the noesis of the intended objects comes from the Lebenswelt, this sort of means to me like that phenomenology is prior to idealism. Now, if you don't know what idealism is, I got some stuff down there where I'm talking about all summer about idealism. Now I feel like it's less prior than it used to be for me. Idealism is the belief that we should be skeptical about whether things we're seeing are physical or not. It's the belief that we should be skeptical about whether this pen has physical existence or not. I guess now that I'm thinking about phenomenology more, physical existence doesn't matter that much. It doesn't. Now, I guess maybe this is sort of a thing that I want to think about in philosophy as a whole, or just epistemology as a whole. And this is sort of a bit of a refutation of metaphysics, but not totally, but I think that the epistemological philosophy that should be done before any metaphysics and before any any epistemology which speaks to whether there are physical existences or not. Well, I guess before there is any work before there is extensive things done in metaphysics or epistemology of physical existences, or I mean like idealism and stuff like that in epistemology and philosophy of the mind, before there's anything like that done with respect to physical existences and our perception of them, what should be done first is things related to the phenomenological epoche. Because what this is stating that we should go to the things themselves first. The things themselves being our conscious experiences, our appearances that we're seeing through our consciousness. We should go to those things first, analyze them, and figure all those things out. Do all these phenomenological inquiries first. And then, once we feel we have done as much as possible there, now I don't want to actually go into what this means, because I mean there's so many phenomenological philosophers who do all this all the time, and have done this all the time, but what this should mean is that we should worry about what we're seeing and identify those things first. I mean we have them identified, but I mean just like doing more phenomenological inquiries first before doing anything else, which has thought with respect to what's out there beyond, what's behind the phenomena. And I guess I feel that there's way less value in inquiring in that right now. There is value in it. I mean, there is. Otherwise, Hume and Locke and Berkeley and Kant and Schopenhauer and all those people would not have succeeded, because there is value in that then and still today. But Searle has a great point. We should go to the things themselves. Now, he was sort of against. I guess he wasn't really for the idealist. He wasn't for the idealist perspective, but I think this should definitely be done eventually. I mean, this should be the physical existence behind the phenomena should be considered, just not prior to the phenomenological inquiries about the things that we're seeing themselves. So I don't know. Those are my thoughts. So this is a bit of a thought about what philosophy should be. I think phenomenology should be one of the most important parts of philosophy of mind and epistemology. I definitely think so. But those are my thoughts on that, and I'll probably shut up about phenomenology now.